Lucky Boys Podcast.
Build yourself, like level 0, level up. And by the time you reach the top, I don't know, sometimes I feel like in the Asian American community, it's not as lolly-dolly as they say it. They preach that, oh yeah, we're all unified, we all respect each other, but deep down you know that is bullshit.
In what way?
In that people who are on the A-list, they will not necessarily want to hang out with you. Like, who are you as a person who is starting out? Like, they won't even want you in their circle, is what I'm
So cliques, like cliques.
Yeah, cliques. Like,
So
it's high school all over again.
So you're talking there's some form of classism.
Yes.
Within Asian Hollywood.
And I'm not afraid of putting it out there because I've been around the community for a long time.
So you've been around A-list Asians?
I've seen them in passing, and I don't like... I would probably deep down fangirl, but I wouldn't like run up to them and ask them for their autographs or whatever. No, I don't do that. I mean, I come from New York. It's a basic respect system. Like, if you respect me, I respect you.
Right.
And in the Asian American community, I feel like sometimes I go to LA every year and I meet these Asian American actors. They're also like maybe mid-level, and they think they're hot fucking shit. And they're like, oh, just trying to talk to their people. Like, you have to know someone in order to talk to them. And if they find out, oh, you're also friends with this person, oh yeah, then you're in the group now. Well, but if you're not, bye. Shit.
In all fairness, I know like low-level Asian actors, and I don't, you know, that's, I guess they would be classified as like D list. I don't know if that's a real thing, but they even think that they're hot shit. I guess it's one of those fake it till you make it deals. Whereas I don't know, like, I think it's a mixed bag. I've met some Asian celebrities here and there, and I think some of them are super nice to me, like very receptive. I think where the line gets drawn is, I think they're going, what do you want from me, man? You trying to use me? What do you want? You're probably just using me for clout. You know what? I don't want to waste time with you. I have no time for that. And they're really about their business. I could respect that. I could respect it going, you know what? I got nothing to gain from this person. No knowledge, no friendship, nothing. I don't have the time for that. I really, you know, I don't have time for this. So, and they're just going to keep it moving. I get that part. I don't get now if they're just straight up rude and like they look at you like a lower life form because you're starting out. And they're going, you know what? Get out of here. And they're like really sniffing their own fart and going, you know, they're really convinced that they're buying into their own ego and they're really floating away somewhere. I think then I would say continue floating away and be out of touch. Go ahead, because you're gonna lose your fan base eventually. I'm not worried about I don't even care. Like, go ahead, because people like that means that they don't have the right circle. They don't have the right group of friends, because if I did anything like that, my group of friends they will be just ripping on me all day until I come back to earth. If I started thinking that I'm
who do you think you are,
almighty, my boys, my wife,
you better invite me to the yacht.
Yeah, they will all rip me apart. Like, if I do give them an ounce of douchiness, like it is there, I'm getting roasted. And if you don't have people in your circle to tell you when your shit stinks, that's a very dangerous place to be. Very dangerous place to be.
Well, this is like outside looking in, but from my point of view, like people who have made it, like Ken Jeong and Randall Park, they've created like production companies specifically to focus on Asian American stories. So from that point of view, it's like they're kind of giving back to the community, and they're actually reaching out to people who are on the come up. So have you experienced that, or is it just one-sided?
I saw it announced, but I don't see things rolling. Maybe they're still building it as we speak. Yeah. So I wouldn't knock on it until I see something announced on their end.
So you're very, you don't have a very positive outlook on Asian Hollywood. That's what you're saying.
Or very skeptical.
In terms of the stories they want to tell currently, it's all very feel good, just palatable stories.
Wong Fu type stuff.
Yeah, or not even that. No. That's why Wong Fu didn't sign with any studios back then, because they want to keep their content and they don't want anyone deterring them from saying what they want. That's why they've been sticking to their own.
They wanted to keep their IP
independent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're probably making more money that way anyway in the long run. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know
But,
either. Like,
but at least they have the freedom of thought.
Right.
That's important.
I think that's why when I was making my film, I made sure to make it independent and not pitch it to any studios, because then they're like, oh yeah, we want to cast another person.
You need a white boyfriend.
Yeah. Oh my fucking God.
And he needs to save you.
Oh no.
He needs to save you from
That's what it was,
from being,
right.
you know.
Let's hang some red lanterns over there, Judy.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Everywhere. The shot in the backdrop is put red lanterns around the room.
Oh boy.
We have to have a Chinatown scene. We have to have a Chinatown scene.
Just like politics, I don't believe in the trickle-down economy. I feel like in order for us to push boundaries and move our stories forward, we have to create stuff ourselves to represent us in the most authentic way possible. That's why Justin Chan is so successful. He knows everything that he wrote, like in terms of Gook and Miss Purple, and if he didn't, he had other people helping him along the way. And I think we need more of that and less of Hollywood creating stories they think we will relate to, because frankly I did not relate to Crazy Rich Asians. I mean, the romance part really got to me, and maybe the family part got to me, but then the way they did it, it didn't really hit me that hard. And I want to see.
Well, it's a rom-com.
Yeah.
So
There's a
it's
specific
it's meant to be a
audience.
little lighter.
Well, how about Farewell? Farewell was more of, ingrained in that immigrant kind of mentality, I feel. And it's about family. And I felt, honestly, I didn't think it was that great of a movie, but a lot of my friends did feel like this relates to me and my family.
Someone told me to be ready to cry. I did not cry watching.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Cheryl, you're gonna cry.
Yeah,
I'm like,
me
really?
too.
So when the movie was over, I was like, what part of the movie was I supposed to cry?
I did cry in Crazy Rich Asians stuff. So I tear because the wedding scene was so beautiful. Oh my God, the water. Oh my. Jesus.
He's gonna do the same.
Yeah, like when I marry my woman, that shit gonna happen.
That water's gonna trickle down the.
I will say that I think Awkwafina was brilliant in that film. And the director made some really good choices. I like what they did there. But I definitely, I didn't cry. I didn't cry. But there were a lot of relatable aspects there. And I love that our stories are being told. It's steps in the right direction. And I want to see more of it. I think I think Crazy Rich Asians, Farewell, stories like that are building blocks.
I like low class Asians, like Asians from the lower to middle income class. I want to see those stories being put in the forefront. And I think Patrick Chen's story, Father Son, yes, that is like the juice I've been like waiting for. I want to see.
You want to get some injection of
Come out soon. It's coming out soon somehow.
Yeah, like
it's going to be
real
a fun
shit.
film. It's going to be a good watch. I have a good feeling about it. He's got some really some special talent there, and I know Patrick, with his standards of filmmaking, it'd be interesting what he does with that short. I can't wait to see it.
And I think a really special thing about Patrick's film is that it was crowdfunded by the community. It's adapted from a story,
Chinatown Beat,
Henry Chang's novels. So it's very real and authentic to the Asian community.
Actually, I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose this, but Chinatown Beat was supposed to be a series with a set studio, and it just never. Yeah,
you're absolutely right about that.
Because they wanted to change a significant part of the story, right?
And he wouldn't allow that. So props to Henry.
Oh, yes, that's what you gotta do, man. You can't compromise
Own your stories.
integrity.
I mean, that's tough, because how many people, we said this last time when Patrick was here, would for lack of a better word, sell out. Especially if they're trying the entertainment industry, they're gonna be like, okay, they'll whore themselves out.
Yeah, no,
Literally.
exactly. I was saying.
They'll whore themselves out. That's why I told Norm. Norm was like, hey, people came up, they wanted to invest in a certain part of a film or something that we have an IP of. I told them, absolutely not. No, no. I wanted to just us remain 100%, 100%, and then that's where the negotiations start. We have 100%. What do you want to do with this? That's really where
we just want to give you money. That's all.
We
I was like, okay.
we want ownership, but I don't want to get to a point where like I have a boss
Right.
off of something that I created. It's just like, what? Now you control, you have to, and then I feel like people won't be able to trust my opinion anymore or know if it really came from me. Oh, somebody else told you to say that, Will. Oh, why you have this person? Why are you talking to this person? And why are you pushing this idea? Now that everyone's going to look at me and whatever I say, they're going to go, I'm not so sure about this guy. And I think credibility these days it's very difficult to come by, especially now. People, if you look at news networks, for example, certain news networks, you can't even go to them anymore. I just kind of breeze past some of the articles if I know it comes from a certain direction, because I know which way it's going to lean. And I'm not saying that I don't like that right or left. I just want what's correct. I want the honest truth without you trying to push me to go with this or that. I just want the information and let me decide.
Yeah, that's smart storytelling too. Like when you see a film, if it doesn't force you to feel one way or the other, I feel like it did a good job, because I feel like some films, they try so hard to push you in one direction that you're like, ooh, what am I watching?
That's what I'm saying. Like I just got that snort.
That's when you know it's really funny.
The mic was working really well.
Yeah, you're all up in my ears on that snort. Like, holy cow.
Fuck.
We're putting that in. We're leaving that. What were you even talking about?
The film.
Honest storytelling.
Story.
Yeah,
honest storytelling.
I like it when they don't dumb it down for the audience.